Cristol, your first blog post. Add to what Jeff and I have been doing.
That's a good idea.
Okay, got your little hat on?
Yes, because my hair looks crazy underneath. So,
Well, okay. So, you have been in the hospital. Tomorrow will be 12 weeks.
wow.
7 weeks in the DR, 5 weeks in the U.S., 2 surgeries, right?
Yes.
Neck, trach.
Yes.
Nurses, doctors, tests like crazy. We'll probably get interrupted because we constantly do,
Yes, we do.
but we'll see how far we can get.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay,
Let's go.
so when all of this first started, they were saying C6 to C8. Then after the Asia test, they said C4 complete.
Right.
So what do you see as your current status of your injury? Like, what can you do? Do you want to demonstrate anything, or?
I don't really want to demonstrate. I'll say that currently, well, the progress has been just phenomenal. I've actually improved in my opinion, I think also in Jeff's, leaps and bounds. I have the ability to move my left arm quite a bit. I do a lot of exercising. I can move my shoulders, which is interesting because I shouldn't have any movement whatsoever, according to the C4 complete, Asia.
But you have your little
testing.
Texas.
I do. I'm a little Texas two-step or whatever Jeff calls it. So he loves it when I do that because it makes him laugh. But the best thing is that I've seen so much improvement in my hand, and I'm starting to learn how to do a lot more things, and hopefully just continue to be able to do some things by myself. So
You said you were able to brush the left side
Yeah.
of your mouth.
I can brush the front of my teeth, and I can brush the left side. Obviously, I can't turn my wrist around, especially because I have to use a splint in order to strengthen my wrist. But I'm working on that, a lot of exercise. I said that was the best thing, but honestly, the best thing has been getting a voice. I can speak. I can even sing if I choose to. I was in a size 8 trach whenever I left the DR. They pretty quickly reduced it down to a 6 whenever I came to the U.S., came back from the DR. And then just last week, we went down to a 4, which gave me so much more ability in speaking. And that's what I'm really grateful for, because mouthing or trying for people to understand lip reading was pretty difficult.
I think we all got pretty good at lip reading.
Oh,
for the
some
most
of
part.
you,
Yeah.
some of you, not everybody, but some of you, which I'm very thankful for. So I think that's probably one of the best improvements.
Are you capped now?
I am.
Completely
I'm completely capped, and that just means that I have a trach that no longer has a cuff inside of it, which released me from my breathing treatments, or I graduated from breathing treatments, graduated from speech therapy. The cap is closing the tracheotomy or tracheostomy. I hear it say both ways. Either way, it has closed that completely, so I don't inhale or exhale through that any longer. I can actually breathe through my nose and mouth, which it wasn't too long ago where I truly believed I would never be able to breathe through my mouth and nose. So that's a pretty good
So why don't they take it
accomplishment.
out before you're released?
The doctor wants me to go home. It's more of a safety net, because if I get secretions or get to a point to where my breathing is hindered, then the tracheostomy is already there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best not to pull it out too soon. And
So you have to wear the collar or the brace, not the collar,
I wear the
until they take it
the
out.
C collar.
Yeah, the
This. I wear that primarily because they're wanting my spine to heal where they put the screws in.
Mm.
They're wanting that to fuse better. And the last x-ray that I had showed that the fusion was improving, and that's what they were looking for. So the collar is just so that I keep my neck pretty much stable, but I can turn and I move around all over the place. So Jeff and I have already decided when we go home, this thing's coming off at night. I'm sleeping without this thing because, man, is it uncomfortable.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Had it
not,
on
yeah.
for the whole 5 weeks you've been
Oh.
here.
Yeah, and it's so funny because when they come in and I'm like, just take the collar off. I promise I won't move. You know, I'll lay still. I just want some fresh air on my neck. So,
I bet.
yeah, so sometimes I can talk them into removing it, but sometimes they're like, they're too scared. They won't do it. So, but yeah, Jeff and I have already decided we won't leave it off constantly. We'll leave it on whenever I'm in the wheelchair, sitting up, just for stability, just for, so that, you know, I don't have to hold my own head up for too long and cause any strain or, you know, cause any issues with the fusion
Mm-hmm.
that needs to continue to happen. So,
How long do you think it'll take before that heals?
the fusion?
Yeah.
Oh, that could be months and months and months.
So it could be a while that you're
It
in this
could be.
thing.
Well, I don't know. We'll go to the, which doctor is it? There's so many. I guess the no. I can't think of the name of the doctor. I get them confused with the ENT.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
One of your myriad.
one of my, many doctors. We'll go to him and we'll get the confirmation. My doctor, my main doctor here, says that it should only be another few weeks or something.
Oh.
So maybe we'll see. I'm looking forward to this thing being removed so that I'm halfway normal at least in movement. And this whole thing that just, my chin itches, so I find myself trying to rub my chin to itch, and I feel like, I don't know, a gopher sometimes peeping out of the little hole is halfway.